possibly into their late teens. And if you're a Palestinian child, here is what you might experience every day as a victim or a witness. An extrajudicial killing by an Israeli who's dressed in plain clothes, shooting an unsuspecting child near you on the street. That happened to me the third day I was in Ramallah. 40 feet away from me, somebody jumped out of a car and blew away a young man. The military, the other things you'll see, the military attacking you or another Palestinian, shooting you, beating you, kidnapping you, arresting you, harassing or bullying you on the street, in your home, or in school. Massive numbers of Palestinian children carry lasting physical scars, burns, and the burnt from white phosphorus bombs. Permanent injuries, disabling injuries, bone fractures, shrapnel embedded in their bodies. Thousands have lost hands, arms, or legs, or lost their vision or their hearing. I won't be able to tell you all the stories, but one of the stories is when I was at a school and a child had his hand and his forearm blown off. He came up to me screaming and crying and said, "Will it grow back?" Okay, the lasting psychological effects of these experiences and or injuries on you are a mixture of the following effects: constant fear, anger, uncontrollable rage, irritability. This is in children. Aggressive behavior in and out of school, anxiety, depression, alienation, social withdrawal, especially not wanting to leave their home or hang out with their friends. Regular flashbacks of violence, feelings of gloom and grief, contemplating suicide, especially those with physical wounds or who are maimed, harming themselves by cutting themselves, difficulty expressing their feelings verbally, losing concentration in their schoolwork, dropping out of school, ditching or skipping school, and have a declining school performance. Children know that their parents and their community have no control over their daily lives, and thus they know that their parents cannot protect them. Who do we look for when we're children for protection? We look to our parents, and they know that they don't have any control. They also know that there is no government that they can trust or rely on for help. So they feel trapped and helpless. Every day, they and their parents live with the constant uncertainty that violence will happen, but never knowing when or in what form. So their parents are always afraid. Their parents and the children can see and feel their parents' fears and traumas. They know they're traumatized, and then they internalize their parents' traumas. The lives of all the children and their parents are defined by fear. Today, they have no access to institutional mental health care and little access to family caregiver support. They have not been living in a secure and stable environment, which is crucial for processing their ongoing grief and trauma. Israeli arrests and imprisons, that is, they hold hostages, about 700 Palestinian children each year, every year. And check this out. For the last 10 years, Israel has arrested and imprisoned on average, in the Gaza Strip, 2 Palestinian children every day. Imagine. Most of these arrests are arbitrary. No charges are filed. They are imprisoned without trial, and most are held indefinitely for years. Israel calls this administrative detention. I'm going to leave out the torture and other things, but the predominant, I want to say that the most important coping mechanism they have is through expressive art, that is drawing. It's a way for them to express their feelings and experiences. These creative outlets can be therapeutic, and they tell us a lot about what these children have experienced. The predominant theme in the artwork of younger children is violence. For example, Israeli soldiers violently attacking civilians, and especially depicting soldiers shooting, beating, and arresting Palestinian children, and soldiers destroying and burning Palestinian homes by dropping bombs from jets and helicopters, using tanks, and flattening homes with bulldozers. Today, over 17,000 Palestinian children of Gaza are orphans, but worse is that thousands of these orphans have no close relatives who would try to protect them and take care of them. Where will these children end up? And I'll finally end with this. Even in the face of all of this violence, personal and family loss, and massive trauma, these children still possess hope for the future. They have found the strength and the courage through solidarity with other Palestinians to continue believing in the struggle for Palestinian freedom.